see you before.
Yep, Craig Spalding, how are you?
Hi, I'm Wendy. Nice to
Nice
meet you.
too.
Nice to talk to you
Yeah.
again.
This is my son, Jack.
Hi,
This
Jack.
is Barbara
nice to meet
with.
you. Hi, Barbara.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to
I
meet
don't
you as
think
well.
we've met before.
So we just came over. We're wondering why the.
Can we sit down?
Sure. Great. Why the police presence is so elevated over there today.
Well, these are decisions made by the Capitol Police, but they did tell me that it was because of, Chief Tubbs talks to people, and when he feels like there might be a lot more people there, then he will bring. He needs a certain number of, and it's all based on his opinion.
Right.
A certain number of law enforcement for a certain number of people.
Okay.
And you're recording this?
Yes. And then
Okay.
what is your contingency plan in the event of the governor being arrested?
I don't have. I'm not in. I'm not. I don't.
Does a DOA have a contingency plan?
I can make a request for that information,
Okay.
but I'm not. That's not my.
Could I make a request for that?
Sure.
Okay.
What's your name?
Craig, Craig. Spalding, Spaulding.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want my email address or?
Yeah, that would probably.
Just the first name or last name first. So it's spaldingcraig@gmail.com.
Any caps?
No.
So do you think that they're anticipating a lot of people being at the Capitol today? Is that what you were
It
saying?
is my understanding that they thought there might. I mean, they don't know. People don't really make reservations and say this many people are going to show up, but I think Chief thought there might be more today. I don't know exactly how many he was expecting or how many people he has, and I didn't know until you told me that there was an increase.
Yeah, it's an amazing amount.
Oh, no, it's not just an increase. I sing along every day, too. It is literally.
And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
My name is Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
And-
sorry.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not very
I'm
good
too.
at
That's okay. No, we
Wendy,
appreciate you
Wendy.
coming out.
Wendy, yeah.
My name's Wendy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he does his best to make sure that it's a.
He's great. We
yeah.
And I don't know, and he said that there might be more people tomorrow. I didn't know that he had more people there definitely today or how.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
wardens.
a huge elevated number, and there's a number of state patrolmen now arriving at the governor's office.
And we're just concerned
reporters
about, there was a lot of severe police brutality last night. They strapped a young man to a gurney where we had the meetings down in the basement, and people were pushed onto the floor, severely, hit hard, and we're not resisting arrest or anything. So we're just concerned for everyone's safety.
And someone suggested that maybe they were anticipating, like you're saying, they're maybe anticipating a lot of people showing up in conjunction with the release of the state handbook. Now, I don't know, I don't work for the state, but
I think I think it was the assembly in session and the debate that was occurring there that I think the majority of the increased activity yesterday, and which was more than we had that week. And the thing is, not we. The chief guesses how many people are going to show up, but it's like guessing how many people are going to be at the mall that day or how many are going to be at this event or that. He has no way of knowing for sure. Just his experience and what he hears from folks like you that he talks to all the time. And so he tries his best to, and sometimes he overestimates and sometimes he underestimates.
No, I've been in the restaurant business my whole life. It's the same way.
Oh, really? I waited tables for 16 years.
One other thing is, too, last night, Joel Playfish was obviously completely inebriated. And he tripped over some officers' feet and smelled of booze and was slurring his speech. And afterwards, I was following behind him just to try to get a statement from him, and he was obviously intoxicated. Are there any rules about them being intoxicated?
That's the assembly side. We don't have jurisdiction over that at all. We're we're the rest of the building, the exterior of the building.
So that's kind of that's sort of
they
independent.
Have their own autonomy.
Who would you suggest we talk to about that? The sergeant at arms?
Yeah, talk to the sergeant at arms, and they will direct you to where you can go. Or I that would be where I would probably start.
Okay.
But we have no control or authority.
Okay.
So can I ask you just, and this is, a kind of a dumb question because I don't know structure at all. So the Department of Administration, you work with the governor.
We're the logistics.
The governor.
Of the executive branch. We do.
Okay.
We're in charge of the internet services, the filing of employee information, you know, just the logistics of the procurement and the facilities and maintenance of the facilities,
Okay.
and you know, making sure that they're maintained. That's
All
mostly
right.
what we do. We're kind of the nuts and bolts. We're the boring part of the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I know,
Yeah,
I've worked
we
in
do the
administration too.
yeah.
And then, how long would it take for me to get that information on the contingency plan, roughly?
Okay, I'm sorry. What I didn't.
I would just
write
like.
this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just I would like to know what the if there's a contingency plan in the event the governor is going to be arrested, because it looks more and more
What do you
every
mean
day.
contingency plan?
Well,
What
who?
would
I mean,
you guys
is it? Do
do
you
if he was
have?
arrested?
Or if the lieutenant governor is arrested in this John Doe investigation, it seems more and more likely every day
Excuse me,
that
I'm going to take this.
it's, you know, the ring is closing. So we're just concerned about that as well because of all the, you know, chaos that's been going on up there. And I just would like to know.
What do you mean? I don't understand contingency plan
Well,
for what?
what would happen? I mean, would it just be normal? I'm sure that, you know, if the governor is removed, then the lieutenant governor would come in, and then if
But that's more of a constitutional question than a DOA
Okay,
question.
all
We're
right.
we're basically maintenance of facilities and
Okay.
that type of thing.
All right.
Maintaining the order and, you know, public safety.
Okay.
That would be a constitutional question.
Okay.
So you'd have to go to some other.
And it
source
is
for
dealing
that.
in hypotheticals, so I realize.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting
yeah.
back to the meeting,
Well,
so.
that's more capital access and making sure everybody has access,
Yeah.
and that the facility stays safe and
Right.
and there's no liability there. But that's